Hey, this is Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. In this video we're going to tie the beadhead UV Zebra Midge. And I've got a curved scud emerger style hook in the vise. This is a heavier wire, 2457 style. You could also use Daiichi, Lightning Strike, Komodo, all number of these kind of standard curved emerger hooks. And I'm going to do an olive version. You can do this black, gray, whatever color thread you use will kind of dictate the color of the fly. Got a tungsten bead. You can change that color up to, I've got a silver bead here for the video. I'm going to tie in 2 strands of UV Krystal Flash. Wrap back along the hook till I get down towards the bend. My thread will hang about even or so with the barb of the hook. I'm going to take some small copper wire. I'll tie that in along the side of the hook. I'll tie that in. Come up to the bead, and you want to be just behind the bead a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of a thorax there. So first thing I'll do is wrap my Krystal Flash, UV Krystal Flash. And your thread color will shine through that thread, so you'll get kind of a UV iridescence to it. Or your thread color will shine through that, come through that flash a little bit, especially as it gets wet too. Now, I'm going to leave that up front. I can save the rest for another fly. I'm going to use a little bit of this for a wing, so I don't want to cut it all off. I'll just leave some of it hanging up. Now, I'm going to wrap my wire the opposite direction I wrap the flash. So in this case, I got to bring the wire towards me. That'll just reinforce that, prevent it from coming undone. If it gets nicked or something and starts to want to unwind, that wire will check it and stop it from coming undone. And tie that off with a few wraps of thread and keep some thread tension on. Wiggle our wire till it breaks. Okay, so now take your 2 reserved pieces here, fold those back for your wing. We'll cut those down here in a second. Then we'll finish the fly with a little soft tackle thorax with black ostrich herl. You could also use black peacock herl here too. The original is tied with ostrich, so we'll do it that way. You don't need a lot. 2 or 3 turns is fine. Tie that off. Trim off the excess. Grab my whip finisher. Whip finish. Trim off our thread. Then the last thing I'll do is just take those 2 little wing buds there, trim those down a little bit, and there we go. Kind of a spiffed up zebra midge, but nice kind of emerging midge pattern, something a little different they haven't necessarily seen before. Great way to kind of mix things up a little bit. Great little dropper pattern below a dry or another nymph. And yeah, tie some up olive, black, brown. You'll have a great pattern. Thanks for watching.